Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Trend Watch 777. And this video, I'm going to be talking about a little bit of football. I'm not into football the way I used to be into football when I was younger. I watch it now, here or there. But of course, this is going to be about Shedeur Sanders, and I am definitely rooting for this young man. He's just like going through so much. So I am going to switch over to the video and I am going to watch it, and as much as I can without interrupting. I may interrupt it here and there or whatever, but here we go. Now, I haven't watched this video, so I have no idea what's going to be said or how I'm going to even respond. And I kind of like it that way because, it's like I can, like, you'll see my authentic reaction. Okay, so I'm going to play the video.
So the Cleveland Browns are having another disaster of a season, sitting at 3-11, and somehow they found a new way to mess things up. They sent their rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, onto the field against the Chicago Bears with the wrong wristband. Yeah, you heard that right, the wrong play sheet wristband. Let me paint you the picture. It's Week 15, freezing cold at Soldier Field in Chicago. The Browns fall behind 14-0 almost immediately. Their offense can't get anything going. Sanders finishes the first half with 4 completions for 54 yards on 12 attempts and 9 yards rushing. He took 2 sacks. The whole thing looked like a complete mess. But here's where it gets wild. During the first quarter, Sanders keeps having trouble communicating with his offensive huddle. He's running to the sideline to get plays directly from Kevin Stefanski. At one point, he gets hit with a delay of game penalty because of all this confusion. And that's when the Fox broadcast picked up what was happening. Allison Williams reported that they removed Sanders' wristband and made some changes to the play calls. Think about that for a second. The wristband that quarterbacks use to see the plays is wrong. Not just a little off, completely wrong. Shannon Sharpe went on Nightcap and said he's never heard anything like this in his entire life around football, and he's been around the NFL for a long time. Sharpe explained that quarterbacks get their final wristband on Saturday morning, long before kickoff. The first 15 plays are noted down, locked in, walked through, reviewed in detail with the quarterback coach the night before. You already know what they are. There's no mystery. It's all right there on the wristband.
So how does a professional NFL team mess this up? How do you hand your quarterback a wristband with the wrong plays, or plays that don't even exist? Imagine this. Tommy Reese is calling plays from the booth. He calls belly 14, but belly 14 isn't on Shedeur Sanders' wrist. So now what? The rookie quarterback has to either fly blind or run a completely different play than what the coordinator just called. That's not setting someone up for success. That's chaos. After the game, Kevin Stefanski tried to downplay the whole thing. He said there was a miscommunication early. The wristband got something on it or whatever it was, and they got it fixed pretty quickly. Sanders echoed the same thing, saying the card just fell out on the sideline. But here's the thing. Shannon Sharpe wasn't buying it. He said if he were Browns owner Jimmy Haslam,
Their rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, onto the field
I'm trying to stop
with the
this for a
wrong
minute.
wristband. Yeah, you heard that right.
I'm
the
not
wrong
buying it
play
either.
sheet wristband. Let me paint you the picture. It's Week 15, freezing cold at Soldier Field in Chicago. The Browns fall behind 14-0 almost immediately. Their offense can't get anything going.
Hold on, I got
Sanders
let me speed this up. I think I started it
but
over.
belly 14 isn't on Shedeur Sanders' wrist. So now what? The
Sorry,
rookie
y'all.
quarterback has to either fly blind or run a completely different play than what the coordinator just called. That's not setting someone up for success. That's chaos. After the game, Kevin Stefanski tried to downplay the whole thing. He said there was a miscommunication early. The wristband got something on it or whatever it was, and they got it fixed pretty quickly. Sanders echoed the same thing, saying the card just fell out on the sideline. But here's the thing. Shannon Sharpe wasn't buying it. He said if he were Browns owner Jimmy Haslam, there would be some uncomfortable conversations happening behind closed doors. He'd need to know why. Why did the first 2 drives have the wrong plays on the sheet? Sharp even suggested Haslam should reach out to other NFL owners to see if they'd ever heard of anything similar. Have your coaches ever had a situation where they had to change the wristband because the plays they gave the quarterback were the wrong plays? The answer is probably no, because this doesn't happen in professional football.
Man, look, I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it. So let me get this right. He had the wrong wristband for 2 drives? The wrong wristband for 2 drives. Bro, ain't no fucking way. In college.
You know what? I agree. And no way. I definitely agree with that for 2 plays. Now, I did watch the kickoff when it first started. And it was just something weird about that. It just seemed like they never got past that line. They didn't even get nowhere. I thought that was weird to start off with.
In college, you start wearing the wristband on like Wednesday or Thursday. You get to practicing looking down and this, that, and the third. You get to to know the plays that you're gonna run the wristband, this, that, and the third, right? Okay. And you play. This is college. Your wristband is in your locker. The right plays, boom, let's rock and roll. But in the NFL, where all you fucking do is play football and have to worry about football, you telling me that he had the wrong wristband for 2 fucking drives? Hell no. Bro, y'all playing in our face, bro. Y'all are playing in our bro. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. Bro, I'm over it, bro. I'm over it.
We are in the NF mother flipping L. How the fuck do you give him the wrong wristband?
On purpose. That's how.
I start a game, I don't have the right wristband? Yeah. I start a football game, I don't have the right wristband. And we're supposed to be evaluating this? Again, welcome. Everybody who's not a fan of the Browns before the season and you're taking it all in, welcome. Because this is par for the course. And constantly getting in your own way. And I'm going to sit here and talk until I lose my voice again.
They're not leaving till Saturday morning. So Saturday morning is the last official wristband that you're going to get.
Right.
So that's what you're gonna have. That's what your first 15 plays. The first 15, you already know what they are. You walk through those. Mm-hmm. You talked about them the night before. The quarterback coach has gone over those with Shedeur. These are the plays.
Hold up. Oh, he said they talked about them the night before. Oh, so if they knew, they see. Ooh.
The first 15 plays that we're gonna call plays on the wristband, and he'll tell you play 76. So you got 76. Okay, 76. Okay. But I've never heard anything like this because they asked him what the wrong plays on the wristband. He said, no. So I don't know what to make of this, and I don't want to make it seem like we're trying to make excuses for him. But I've never heard this before, Ocho. I really haven't.
I haven't.
Now, if you didn't know, a lot of QBs wear a wristband like this during games with all the play calls on it. And especially for a young QB who's still learning the playbook, you'd think this probably helps a lot, right? Well, apparently yesterday to start the game, Sanders' wristband had the wrong play calls on it.
Worth noting with Cleveland's offense struggling, prior to this possession, when Shedeur was on the sideline, he actually came over, they removed the wristband with the play called in there, and they made a change to one of the sheets and some tweaks. That could have been part of the issues they had early.
You think? So bro played the entire first quarter with the wrong plays on his wristband? That's what you're telling me? How is this even possible? And what do you think the Browns' 2 possessions were in the first quarter? 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt. You think that could have played some role? Now, I'm not saying they're trying to sabotage this man, but it's something else every single week. As you can see here, by the second quarter, the issue was fixed. And bro didn't have a good game the rest of the way either. So that's on him. But at the same time, sports is also about confidence. And bro was basically playing the first quarter with one hand tied behind his back. Surely that can affect your performance. And if this was actually a mistake, then his coach's comments after the game didn't make you feel any better about it.
So the Browns coaching staff really sent Shedeur Sanders out there with the wrong call playing wristband? That means the plays that the coaches were calling were not the same play as Shedeur had in his wristband. Wow. So you have a rookie quarterback trying to run an NFL offense, but he has the wrong play sheet? And then he's running to the sidelines trying to get clarity, and then there's a delay of game. That's not a rookie mistake. That's not nerves. That is complete failure of the coaching staff. The Cleveland Browns have done everything they can to try and sabotage Shedeur's first year with them. Let that sink in. A guy that you drafted, you want him to fail. I've never seen anything like it.
The Cleveland Browns and Kevin Stefanski have been exposed. They gave Shedeur Sanders the wristband with the wrong damn plays on it. How does that happen? How does that happen? Y'all gave the starting quarterback a wristband full of plays that are the wrong plays. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Now, mind you, in the first quarter, they couldn't get the play calls in. They couldn't get out the huddle. I'm looking like, what the hell is going on? This looked like 6th grade Pee-wee football or something. It was crazy. Now it makes sense. Y'all intentionally gave this dude a wristband with the wrong damn plays on it. This is ridiculous, man.
I remember before the draft when, like, Shedeur Sanders was wanting to make sure he went to, like, the right team, him and his pops, you know what I mean? And, like, everyone was all making a big fuss about it. But this is why he wanted to make sure he went to the right team, because of shit like this. Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Brown organization does not fuck with this nigga Shedeur, bro. Like, did you see what happened yesterday? This nigga had the wrong wristband playbook for the whole first quarter against the Ravens. So we're already off to a bad start. And now when he's trying to build momentum and get something going, bro, you taking him off the field every chance you get. You fucking running all these wildcat plays. Like, you don't give a fuck about this dude. So just let him walk, bro. Like, honestly, free Shedeur, bro. Free Shedeur.
The Cleveland Browns are setting Shedeur Sanders up for failure. I have never seen an NFL team give their starting quarterback the wrong play calling sheet. The mishap, miscommunication, whatever you want to call it, did happen early in the first half, and I know all Shedeur's 3 interceptions happened in the second half, but when your offense is starting with confusion at the line of scrimmage, delays getting play calls in, and multiple early penalties in your opening drive, they never had a real opportunity to get comfortable on the field. Kevin Stefanski did address the issue, but if you're an NFL head coach and you're incapable of making sure you're on the same page with your starting NFL quarterback before the game, you shouldn't have a job. If Shedeur hasn't earned your respect by now, I don't think he ever will. He didn't go out and blame anyone in the postgame. He attributed it to a learning experience. Your NFL head coaching staff gives you the wrong play calling sheet and you call it a learning experience? I don't think many other starting quarterbacks in the NFL have ever been thrown into the fire like Shedeur has. And speaking of fire...
Well, hold up. I'll say definitely that could be a learning experience, because now he know to check and double check, you know, even the night before. He's learning just how low they'll go.
Get this man out of Cleveland.
When your starting quarterback in the NFL walks out onto the field with the wrong plays on his wrist, I mean, tell me how that happens. It's either intentional sabotage or it's utter incompetence.
That's
Both
even
of those
worse.
things are terrible.
Like, at least if it's sabotage, it's something intentional. Like, you're just accidentally this bad. Like, that's not good. That's the guy we've got leading our team.
I mean, what do you mean? How does that guy not have all the resources he needs to get in the game and make the right play?
Definitely a void of culture and accountability. And Stefanski has always been the opposite of a leader of men. He's a guy that just lets the men do whatever the hell they want to do.
He's not a leader.
The most positive thing that the Browns organization could do for Shedeur Sanders would be to trade him to a team that wants to see him win, into a team that is willing to commit to him. Jerry Jeudy is easily an Al-Qaeda agent. He is 100% playing for whatever team the Browns are playing against. Jerry Jeudy is a double agent. Shedeur Sanders has been playing with nothing but third stringers. Two of his 3 interceptions were ball Jerry Jeudy should have caught, a perfectly placed ball that Jerry Jeudy should have caught, and a tip fucking pass by the receiver, by the way. Perfectly placed footballs that were ultimately given away due to the errors of a receiver. And for some reason, there are people on here saying that Shedeur is terrible, and this game is representative of that. Those are people who you just simply understand that they have racist agendas, and unless Shedeur plays like Patrick Mahomes in his first 5 years every game, he will never get the respect that he deserves, and even then, he won't get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah. You know that I'm starting to agree with that. Oh my God, he's like so under so much pressure to begin with, and I do hope that the Browns either release him and let him go, but I don't think they're going to do that. They want to destroy him, his name, his reputation, and they probably want to like destroy his some legacy of his father too, because I think his dad got a lot to do with this. Because Dion was a bad boy, let me tell you. Yes, he was.
Because I don't know any 5th round quarterbacks that have won their first start, had over 300, almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I don't know any 5th round quarterbacks that have done any of those things. So for him to be so terrible, he seems to be playing pretty well and trying to acclimate to the professional level. And people are so bigoted and full of hatred that they want you to think that this man is incapable of playing football at the professional level. And it is the most asinine thing that I've ever witnessed.
What really stands out here is that whether the Browns are intentionally sabotaging Sanders or just hilariously bad at their jobs, the end result is the same. He's set up to fail. When Shannon Sharpe says he's never heard of this happening before, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yep.
This isn't a normal mistake. This isn't something that happens in the NFL. The Browns have 3 games left in the regular season. 3 more opportunities for Sanders and Stefanski to get on the same page. But at this point, what are the odds? This is a team that can't do anything right. They can't protect their quarterback. They can't give him the right wristband. They can't tackle on special teams. They can't win football games. Stefanski is a 2-time Coach of the Year, and somehow his team looks this unprepared. That's remarkable in its own way. When you're at 3-11 and still finding new ways to mess up, that takes a special kind of dysfunction. The Browns play the Buffalo Bills next at home, another great opportunity for things to go wrong. Sanders will probably have the correct wristband this time, but who knows what else will happen. Maybe they'll send him out with the wrong helmet. Maybe they'll forget to tell him what down it is. With this team, anything seems possible.
Anything is possible.
The conspiracy theorists will point to all of this and say it's proof the Browns don't want Sanders to succeed.
Not
the
at
more
all.
rational people will just say it's proof the Browns are a terribly run organization. Either way, the kid deserves better. You can't judge a rookie quarterback when he's operating under these conditions. Wrong wristbands, 9 different offensive line combinations, terrible field position.
And it's no telling what goes on behind the scenes, like when they're in the locker room. Oh my God! So I was thinking about how long we got. 14. We got like 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay, I'm going to replay.
And a defense that has to play perfect just to give the offense a chance. If this was any other quarterback, this would be a huge story. But because it's Shedeur Sanders, son of Dion, it becomes fuel for all the debates about whether he should have gone higher in the draft, whether he's being treated fairly, whether the Browns are trying to sabotage him. The truth is probably simpler and sadder. The Browns are just bad at football. They're bad at preparing, they're bad at executing, they're bad at everything. Shannon Sharpe was stunned when he heard about the wristband situation. He kept saying he's never heard of this before. And that's because it doesn't happen. NFL teams don't hand their quarterback the wrong play sheet. College teams don't do it. High school teams don't do it. This is basic stuff. This is football 101. The quarterback needs to know what plays he can call. If he doesn't have that information, the whole offense falls apart, which is exactly what happened. So here we are. The Cleveland Browns, 3-11, have now added wrong wristbands to their long list of failures this season. Shedeur Sanders threw 3 interceptions in a blowout loss, and nobody can say for sure how much of that was his fault and how much was the team failing him. When you can't even get the wristband right, nothing else really matters. The foundation is broken. The basics aren't there. 3 games left. Let's see what other creative ways the Browns can find to lose football games. Based on this season, I'm sure they'll come up with something we've never seen before.
They'll come up with something. All right, so I am going to end it there, and I'm going to let me see what some of the comments. What did they write here? Some of the comments here. This one says, can I make this bigger? Let me see if I can make that bigger. Okay, the owner is the one giving the orders. Yeah, I do agree. And I want to go back and say something. I was watching Unc and Ocho, and Ocho said something that's very interesting. He said, because everybody's saying, like calling, saying fire Stefanski, but Ocho said that they're not going to fire him. He don't think that he's going to get fired. He's like secure in his job because the orders is coming from the top down, and he's just taking the blame. And I want to add on that. I mean, what they're doing is so blatant, so in your face. And I'm thinking for him to destroy the team like that, he's not only trying to destroy Shedeur, which he's not going to do because God got his hands on that young man. And I pray that God will keep leading him and protecting him and protect his mind. Okay, so I just find it strange. Hold on, let me go through here. Shedeur lied to protect Kevin. They sabotaged Shedeur. There are 3 different stories about the wristband. Media reports quarterback one given a wrong wristband. Stefanski at press conference stated something sticky was on the wristband. I heard that in a video. And Sanders at press conference, wristband fell out on the sidelines. And then what make it so bad, Shedeur, he's not bringing, he's not vocal with going on. It just seemed like he's agreeing with everything. And Shedeur got sacked 6 times through 3 interceptions. I heard that was a bad game, and I agree. When I saw the kickoff and I saw it was just something weird about it, and I flicked it off, and then I came back, and the other team scored 2 times. I was like, oh no, they lost the game. I knew they lost the game from the beginning. I was like, I don't even want to watch this. So who is this video? Shout out to Ben0. Thank you for this video. And if I remember, I will put the link to his video in the description there. But I want to switch over, and I want to say that, like I said, I'm not a football fanatic, and it's been a while since I did watch a game. I watch it like off and on. And I just, in Cleveland, I wasn't a Cleveland fan, but since Shedeur is on the team, I decided to make them one of my team. Steelers are my team. And, but I want to say that this is just my personal opinion. I think there's something sinister going on behind the scene, because for a head coach to try to destroy not only Shedeur, but destroy a whole team. Can you imagine their morale, how their morale is in the locker room? You can see how they come out and play I mean, how they feel about themselves. But I think there's something shady, something that's dark that's going on, because and for you to just come out and for the whole world to see what you're doing so blatant, so in your face, so out there, and nothing is being done, no consequences, no nothing. And it's affecting the whole team, the whole Brown football organization. So I think as number one, there's some kind of dark, shady betting going on, betting against the team. There something something dark, something is dark that's definitely going on, that's bigger than we see. We see visibly, and we hear visibly what's going on with Shedeur. So I'm thinking that maybe Shedeur is like a distraction from what's really going on, because there's something definitely going on. And I'm not a football fan, but I can like hear and see that there's just something going on. And for it to be like boom in your face, it's not Shedeur. I think he's just he a cover for something, for a distraction. So they're going to do everything to keep your attention, your focus on Shedeur. They want to destroy him, of course, but on the other hand, there's something insidious going on behind the scene, because I'm not familiar with Cleveland record, so I don't know how good of a football team they are, and like how many seasons they're lost. Do they constantly lose or what? I don't know. So you have to look at things like this. And in that one game when Shedeur they lost by 2 points or something, and he took them off the field, and they tried to do a wild card. Is that what they call it? Something, a 2-pointer or something, and they were so close to, they could have won that game. And to me, it just seemed like Stefanski was afraid of winning, because if they won, or or something, then they would have lost something. So that's just the way I'm thinking. And y'all follow what I'm trying to say, but it just is mind-boggling. And so, to me personally, from a non-football fan, I'm not a professional with the sport, but I personally do think that there is something insidious, dark, that's going on with Stefanski, the team owners, and Cleveland, that Cleveland football team in general. So that's all I want to say, and I'm going to just leave it right there, and I'm done with this. I just wanted to say that, but yeah, I'm still rooting for Shedeur. I mean, he got a lot on his plate. For sure. So I'm going to end the video here, and if I remember again, thank you, Ben Zero. That's where I got the video from, and if I remember, I will put the link in the description so you can go check the video out. Okay, so with that, I'm out, and I will see you in my next video. All right, be blessed, y'all.